transformation in the black community, um, among black Americans.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm glad you said that. We are diverse, even
Yeah.
as black people,
I
right?
hate
So
these terms,
thank you
these
for
giant monolithic communities. That's not a thing. That's
you
not
have
what
said
community is.
so much that is really good, and we can park on any of them and double click. But let me just see. Donald Trump, deeply flawed. Well, I'm deeply flawed as well,
Well,
right?
let's set that one aside. I want
Okay,
to focus on what's
right.
happening
With
among
the black community.
in
Okay.
black politics.
And black and black.
This has been a lot of this conversation. So what's happened?
Yeah. Exactly what we've been talking about. And yes, I saw it in 2020 when I started although in 2020 I was in a primary, in a Republican primary. So generally the theme is when you're running, a political consultant would tell you, don't go into Democrat communities yet. Just focus on.
Uh, 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 oh, be just Christmas ham. Appreciate you, Mr. Delta. And for Tiny Tim, too. It is, they will say in A Christmas Carol, and for Tiny Tim, too.
White Republicans go into all of these places, but I knew I was going to win. I felt strongly I was going to win. And so I was priming the pump for when I left the primary and went into the general. And plus, I wanted black people to know what it felt like to be wooed. This is what it feels like.
In other words, what does she say? What does it feel like when somebody woos you and for your vote instead of finger wags? Okay, what is the Democrats have gotten used to doing? Finger wagging, right? What do they do to black men? They finger wagged. What do the black women do? They finger wagged instead of wooing you. Okay.
When a politician comes into your community and they believe what you have is of value to them.
Yeah.
And
Yes. Instead of what's owed to them. Yes.
they want it. This is what it feels like, right? And so I was intentionally going into predominantly black communities. And what I saw in 2020 in these black communities, that essentially black women would not show up.
Yep. See, black women would not show up.
Black women didn't want to have anything to do with me. And if I did walk into a room with them, they were primarily mean mugging me. They found out I was
Say it again, black girl.
a Republican and running for office.
Okay.
But black men, their ears were perked. They were listening.
And the data
they were
supports
listening with their heart. And they were sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yes, black girl. Yes. That's what I was trying to tell the Republicans on the other side, right? Okay. Even the moderates and even some of the lefties, okay, there were black men that said we should be on the other side and not vote for Democrats. And they said, okay, what do you have for us? And they gave us the same thing with finger wagging, okay? Instead of asking us why our vote was valuable. Yes. On your 10-day vacation and loving it, I hope you are well out of town. I hope you are down in some Latin country, man, enjoying the sights, shall we say. Sir, can you spare some more, please?
And I would come in with the stats. I would come in with large graphs, and I just sit it there.
It's a large graph, which is essentially what I did in the Black Manosphere, right? I didn't come in with finger wagging and commentary. I showed you books. I showed you gave you names, I showed you graphs, I showed you stats, I showed you papers, I showed you everything that you needed to do to actually make a decision about your life, okay? Or even whether you wanted to follow me or not. Now, what was my first thing said? Don't believe me, okay? Go look it up. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, okay? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I try to be as correct as I can, but if I'm wrong, wrong. What did she come in? She didn't come in talking about your manhood, talking about what you need to do for the black community. She came in with graphs, okay? And this is a black woman who's a Republican.
List that measures anything positive, black men are at the bottom of that list.
How long have we been saying that, okay? Have you heard any black female Democrat come in with graphs and tell you that? And they're supposed to be on your side, right?
You're tired. Don't you want something better? Right? And then I would ask them questions. In 2020, we were having conversations about only black people don't have ID. right? So as a result, we should just do, I mean, like,
So, which is a myth, right? Only the whole thing. Black people don't have IDs, right? Really, what they mean is black men. Okay.
they didn't say white people didn't have IDs. They didn't say Hispanics or Asians didn't have IDs. They exclusively limited it to black people. And I would say, open up your wallets. I'm not going to ask you for any of your money. I just want you to, if you have an ID, pull it out. And then I would talk to them about what the messaging is all around the world, that only black people are so dumb and so lazy, that only we don't know how to go get an ID. Everybody else knows. So let's lower the bar so that we can help these poor people, right? And I said, but look at you. Now, there was one person who had.
That's why she's trying to say that's why Donald Trump is so attractive to black men, is because whether he actually does it or not, he comes in and actually listens. He actually horse trades with you. He actually asks, okay, what do you need done? The Democrats don't do that. They say, well, your mama is black, your grandpappy died for you to actually vote, and the Republicans hate you and they're racist. That's all they tell you. So in other words, unless you're a racist yourself and you hate yourself, you need to vote Democrat instead of asking you what you need.
Had an ID, but it was expired. And I was like, now go fix that. But you have an ID, so you know where it's located, right? This is the bar of low expectation that they only preserve for black people. And what I saw in 2020 is what I told Vivek when he was running last year and we were on the campaign trail, is that, and I was the one who set up his meeting to go into the south side of Chicago, standing room only, predominantly black men. And I was explaining to him.
Why is it always predominantly black men, huh?
The team, black men specifically, are ready.
Yes.
They're open.
Yes. Say it again, black girl. Yes.
But the Republican Party has to do a much better job in going into those communities, because I believe they're open. Now, are they going to go in and pull the lever? That's something to be decided. But they're open to the message like I have never seen black people open.
Yes. What she means is black men. Black women are still not open. What did she say? When she walks in, and sometimes I hate going back and forth between black men and flat blackness, which is black people, okay? You just said you walk in, it's mostly men, and the women that are there give you a stank face and mean mug you, okay?
Open to a message outside of the Democrat Party. But we have to be willing to go in and have that hard conversation.
Yes.
It's not scripted. Allow people to talk and ask questions and say it in the way that they want to say it. And then you respond to that in the most authentic self that you can bring to the table in that environment. And it was
Yes, it's not that hard. Yes.
standing room only.
So,
And let me just say,
go for it.
Donald Trump, not the Republican Party. The Republican Party sucks.
Yes.
At going into, the Republican Party talks every year about going into the black community. The Republican Party has no intentions of going into the black community. It has been Donald Trump who has been very specific about when he was in office in 2016. He was very specific in talking to the black community, and he wasn't bringing Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Megan Thee Stallion to talk to the black people.
Ooh.
He brought in black businessmen.
Yes.
And he came up with the plan, and he came up with opportunity zones that when.
Although the Democrats, especially the Democratic, I'm going to call them shills, okay? So now you can clip that, okay? The Democratic folks on the other side said he didn't do any of that. That none of that, it was true about Donald Trump. And I was saying to people yesterday, okay? Every president, I do mean every one, including the guy I didn't like too much was Ronald Reagan, okay? There was some good things they brought in and there's some bad things they brought in. Barack Obama, the same way. There's some good stuff that I liked. Most of the stuff that I like what Barack Obama did, there's a lot of stuff that Barack Obama did I didn't like. But it's every president. And saying that a president comes in and does nothing good for anybody is bunk, okay? Now, is it always going to have your name on it? Like the opportunity zones that he opened up did not have your name on it. But listen to what she says.
implemented, they were actually improving the lives of Black people. He was deregulating, which is really huge. One of the three top industries for Black businesses is in the hair and nail salon. And the number of regulations that the Democrat Party has put on people who just want to sit in their home and braid hair, Donald Trump came in and reversed all of that. So
Yeah, what I'm saying is, now she's saying that, and they actually help Black women more than they help Black men. But guess what? They still hate on Donald Trump. They still don't give him credit. I don't care if you hate the guy. I don't care if you can't stand the guy's guts. Give him credit if he did something for you. If the guy did you a solid, give him freaking credit. It does sound like the Coliseum.
So these were very real, very tangible. This is how you show up when you think the people you're talking to have value.
Yes.
And that is what Black people, Black men specifically, are responding to. Not the gold sneakers, the gold shoes. That's what Republicans focus on.
I mean,
But
Donald
he's
Trump.
talking about real ideas.
Donald Trump did get.
All right. Appreciate that, man-made media. Black men are ready to start negotiations. Facts. Drop in. Go ahead and drop in your links to. I know you got a video coming in after me, so drop in your links, whatever you need to do. Okay, because I can't do it and run a show. So that's why you got a wrench. Drop in your link. Okay, pimp your show. Wrench Turner. Black women have proven time and time again that they lack the ability to think objectively. Dr. Neal said it best. The Democratic Party and those degrees are their religion. Actually, it is. Actually, it is. It's almost like Black men are autonomous thinkers. Because we have to be, man. Any Black boy that grows up in the hood, from the time that you're 4, you got to hit them streets, man. You better be autonomous, otherwise you're not going to survive out there. They would tear that neighborhood that the Black women put you in will tear you apart. And the first thing they do is shove you out the door. My mother, at 4 years old, shoved me out the door. Okay? Did she walk me to school? No. Okay? She shoved me out the door and told me at 4 years old, figure it out. So you better be autonomous. You better be able to think. You better be able to adjust. You better be able to listen and negotiate. Okay? That's why Black men can do it and Black women can't.
It featured in a lot of the rap songs that you don't like particularly much.
Before they hated him.
Yeah, right.
Before he was a cool, every Black rapper aspired to be Donald Trump. Donald Trump rich, Donald Trump light.
That's why but that never gets brought up when they call Donald Trump a racist.
Right? It was only when, and this is this is the power of the media, of how they can take.
The thing is, boss, you have to look it up, okay? Now, if you go and look at Empowerment Zone, go ask them, because I have actually talked to people, okay? Is there data to back it up? Hell, is there data to back up what the Democrats say? No. In fact, the data Democrats came up with freaking lies, okay, about the inflation numbers and the job numbers.